situation coming out of Louisiana that when you got the Santa Clara offer and obviously committed?
Yep, it was between Santa Clara and Xavier, so I was deciding between those two, and then went on a visit to Santa Clara, and that really just changed my life. As soon as I came on the visit, I knew the culture and the family aspect of it. That was where I wanted to be. Even coming from Louisiana, coming all the way out to the West Coast, it was definitely a big adjustment, but I knew that the family culture and the family aspect of it was what I wanted to be around, and I really loved how genuine Coach Herb was and all the coaching staff, and I really appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to be here.
And how much? I mean, obviously he had put Jalen Williams in the NBA, put Podziemski in the NBA right before that. Was that a factor, or was that at least like icing on the cake of the decision?
Definitely was. Obviously that NBA aspect of it. Obviously, I want to make the NBA after this year, next year, whenever I can. I want to go to the NBA, and that's my end goal. And they definitely have the pedigree to do that, and they put the prospects out like Brandon and Jalen and Steve Nash. You got plenty of guys, and just the historic pedigree of Santa Clara is really, really great. And, they do a great job, the alumni, of helping us out and continuing to give us advice. And, I've talked to Jalen a couple times, talked to Brandon. It's been a great experience, and just really glad that, they gave me the opportunity.
And where can your game kind of continue to grow as you said, kind of reach toward that NBA dream?
Everywhere. I mean, shooting, get more consistent, shooting off the dribble, off the move, ball handling, showcase more ball handling, free throw percentage, get my free throws back up, defensively, guarding 1 through 5. Just really every aspect of my game really want to continue to improve, continue to work on, because nothing's perfect.
Do you pay attention to like the NBA draft buzz that's out there about you, or some of the commentary that he could?
I could lie and say no, but yes, obviously I do look at that stuff on Twitter, do look at everything like that. But it's definitely crazy to think about it. Coming off the redshirt year, my journey coming from high school, everywhere like that. It's been a crazy experience, but I'm glad that I got to be a part of it and got to be here while doing it.
I was going to ask, obviously that's your dream, that's what you're working toward, but did you think it would come this quickly, at least the talk around it?
I didn't. I didn't think it was going to come this quickly. Coming off the redshirt year, hadn't played basketball in a game-wise in a year. It was nerves at first, and then kind of adjusted to it, built my confidence back up, and that's one thing that I really credit to Santa Clara. They do a great job of building your confidence and continue to keep you confident in your abilities and in yourself. And as soon as I got my confidence back, it just kind of skyrocketed it, and then all of a sudden the draft buzz came, and if God willing, it'll happen.
You guys have a great opportunity to go against a major brand in this sport. To be able to establish that brand here, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, just to be able to build that brand for this team. Obviously it's the first tournament appearance in a while. Just be able to establish that brand and, build our name and showcase that we're going to be here again. And this isn't the only year that we're going to be here, and we're going to keep doing it. We have the team to make a run, and I feel like just going out there and showcasing that all our hard work has paid off is going to be really, really satisfying.
What is the Santa Clara brand? What is your guys' identity from your perspective?
Our identity is, like I talked about in there, just playing hard. I mean, we're going to go out there and give our full effort for 40 minutes of the game. No matter if it's overtime, we'll give 50. It doesn't really matter to us. We're going to go out there, play hard, no matter who we're playing, what's standing against us. We could be playing against the Biddy ball team. We could be playing against Kentucky. We could be playing against anybody, and we're going to go out there and play hard, and continue to go out there and give full effort.
You mentioned building the confidence, but how much of that comes from the team and the chemistry and connection that you guys have?
Definitely, a lot of it. I mean, our team has done a great job of showcasing our bond that we've grown off the court. I mean, I've built brothers for life on this team, like I've talked about. I mean, we have just a really great chemistry, really great bond, and I feel like that's been a key to our success this whole year.
I know you've probably been asked this before, but what does it mean for this team, this program, to be here first time in 30 years?
It definitely means a lot. I mean, like you said, first time in 30 years, but our coach does a great job of explaining it as, this team's been together for 1 year, and this is our first year being together, and we've made it this year. And so that's 1 year. We did it in 1 year. And I feel like that's been a big key emphasis of staying in the present moment and just taking this one day at a time rather than looking to the past, looking into the future, but really locking in for today and trying to get past this first round.
You got a future in public speaking. Hey, when you cut on the film of Kentucky, what stands out about Kentucky?
Definitely their talent. They have a lot of great talent on their team, 1 through 5. Even the bench, they have great depth, and just really looking forward to being able to go out there and compete with them.
What's your guys' brand of basketball? What do you want people to know about Santa Clara?
Play hard. We're going to play hard 40 minutes, give full effort for 40 minutes, and we're gonna go out there and pressure the ball. We're going to do everything we need to we're going to do all the little things in order to win.
How much does Coach Herb's experience in the tournament help you guys now?
It definitely helps us tremendously. Obviously, that experience-wise, the experience aspect of it is a great part. He instills that knowledge on all of us, and Coach Herb is just such a great guy off the court as well as on the court. I mean, he's just so genuine and personable. You can go to him about anything, whether it's going to talk to him about the pressures of being in a tournament or just talking to him about basketball in general. He's been a great help for us, and he's continuing to grow and continue to instill in us.
Has it surprised you how many people have picked this upset specifically?
Kind of, but also, I mean, I feel like we've worked hard enough and showcased our abilities throughout the whole season to where we can be able to be picked. But I feel like it's definitely just something that we try not to focus on. We try to just go into the game with, we're going to play Kentucky, we're going to play them and not the media, not anybody else, but we're going to play Kentucky.
You think you could beat the media one-on-one?
The media? Yes.
When you saw that logo pop up on the screen, your own logo at Santa Clara, but also Kentucky, just what immediately goes through your mind?
It was definitely excitement. I mean, just being able to go out there, showcase what we've been working on all season. As soon as I saw that, I started dancing. I mean, I was so happy. It's just like you said, we haven't been here in 30 years, but we've done a great job of instilling that culture to where we know we could do it, and where at the beginning of the season we had faith that we were going to do it.
Is there any pressure knowing that 30 years ago that team did pull off an upset? And there's kind of some pressure there.
I didn't even know they pulled off that upset, but I'm glad to know that, because now I have something to compete for. Something to go out there and be like, okay, Steve, I could do it too.
Has he reached out to you guys?
He has. We heard a message at our earlier practice earlier in this week. What was that? That might have been yesterday, but he gave us a voice message, and it was great to hear that, and great to hear from him. His experience. Obviously, he made the tournament and everything, so just being able to. And he's also, it's Steve Nash, so it's been great.
What did he say?
He told us to go out there and compete, and really go out there, play hard. He knows our identity, he knows how hard we play, and it's been great having him in that connection. Santa Clara alumni is great, and we've really been fortunate enough to have all those people instill in us and pour into us.
What was more exciting, making the tournament or hearing from Steve Nash?
Making the tournament, for sure. Making the tournament, obviously. Steve Nash is a great basketball player, but tournament has definitely been the biggest part of this whole journey.
Is he calling the upset?
I would hope so.
Alan, on the podium, we were talking about how much your body changed. And you said, so did you gain weight? How did it change?
So I gained a lot.
Our best, play tough, and we'll see.
With you guys having a similar opponent with Gonzaga, how much are you guys looking at that scout specifically versus maybe some of their other games?
Yeah, obviously both teams are outstanding teams. Gonzaga's in the tournament, Kentucky's in the tournament, so shout out to them, of course, but every team's different, so we're just going to go out there and do our best.
Does it give you an edge knowing that you guys played Gonzaga a little bit closer than Kentucky had?
I don't think it matters really. Every game's different. How they play is different than we play, so we don't really put too much focus into that.
It's such a high volume of three-point shooting. How key are rebounds and defense going to be for you guys tomorrow?
Obviously coaches want us to get our best shots and to play hard, so we just do that and try our best.
What would it mean for you guys to beat Kentucky and move on into the next round?
Obviously, be great. We're coming here to win a game, so it'd be amazing. Obviously, we're part of the big dance for the first time in 30 years, so that would just add to it and make a deep run in the tournament.
How much have you talked about that 1996 run with Steve Nash and everything like that?
Obviously, we've been working for it. I've been here for 4 years, so we've been working for it since my time. And coach has been here for 10 years in the coaching staff. So, obviously their goals, we're achieving their goals. But, we're part of something bigger than ourselves, so it's really special to be part of that. Thank you.
When you saw that logo pop up on the screen, just what your thoughts for you guys to make the big dance, but also that Kentucky was going to be the opponent?
Obviously, I guess once we saw our name, Cherry, come on, bro. Once we saw our name, we were just, filled with excitement. Obviously, everyone's talking about being the first team in 30 years. Just shows that we're part of something bigger than ourselves, and that we got a big family behind us.
And seeing Kentucky specifically be in the matchup?
Obviously, it's always great to play against good teams. We're competitors. We love every competition and love to play with the big guys. So.
Do you have a favorite March Madness player? I know there's been a lot of March Madness heroes over the years and a lot of moments. Do you have a specific player that really comes to mind when you think about March Madness?
My dad played in March Madness back in '96. My uncle played for Miami, Ohio in '99. So obviously those two, proud to be a part of their family and for them to have made these steps already. But like favorite player, shoot, probably Jack Golke. He just went a lot. Like, he just went off and he did do it against. Cut that out.
Those are fighting words.
I'm trying to think. What was the big from Loyola Chicago? Krutwig, Cameron Krutwig. Yeah, he's nice. They made a great run. What were they? 10 seed too. Yeah. He was just like, I don't know. He's just a guy where like, he could just hoop, and I think he's hooping overseas. So yeah, probably Cam Krutwig.
Does it surprise you how many people have picked this upset? When people are picking their brackets, and this has been one of the most popular.
I'm not really focused on that. Obviously, people like the media and everyone like wants to make these narratives, and that's what March is all about, is these upsets. So we don't really focus too much on it. It's just a game that we want to win, and we're here to win. So.
Is there any pressure on being the first in 30 years to say, like, if that group pulled off a big upset 30 years ago, now we got to do the same thing?
Yeah, it could be pressure, but I think it's also a privilege to be here. It's not given that you're part of March Madness, and first time in 30 years. Like, obviously, we're gonna have a lot of excitement, but I think it's a privilege to be here.
What's the key to a win? If you say, hey, if we do this thing, executed to perfection tomorrow, this is going to lead to a win.
Obviously, it's a basketball game. A lot of things play into it, so I don't think there's really one thing that will define this one. They're a good team. We're a good team. So.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Do you guys use the Wilson Evo ball all year round?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know some people have been complaining about it's too bouncy, too inflated. I guess since you guys have used it, it's not going to be a factor for you all.
Yeah, I mean, we use it. I think this is one of the main reasons why we use it. The WCC tournament uses the Wilson ball, so we just want to keep it uniform, not switching balls back and forth every game. So.
Does that affect shooters?
Nah.
Okay.
Interesting so far?
Nah, we've been chilling so far, but seems like an interesting town, driving past and stuff and driving through. So just trying to enjoy everything, take it all in. So yeah.
How different is this time change for you guys? 'Cause I know you guys are used to California time, and now you guys coming over here. How does that affect you guys in any way?
It's a little different. We gotta get used to it. We're from all over. I'm from the East Coast, so I'm kind of used to it, but haven't been over there in a while. So just trying to get acclimated to it, and just trying to take these days all in, trying to sleep more and stuff a little bit, get up earlier and stuff. So it's a bit of adjustment, but just trying to get used to it before we play tomorrow. So. Yeah.
When you guys put on the film of Kentucky, what stands out that you guys have to kind of game plan?
I mean, the pedigree is, already everyone knows that, but, just trying to figure out their schemes and what they do best. And, they're obviously a great team, and, just trying to learn as much as possible in these few days. But, just trying to watch and see their tendencies and everything. But, they're a great team.
You guys played Gonzaga 3 times so far this season. Played them really close. Yeah. The one game Kentucky played against Gonzaga, they got beat up pretty bad. Do you guys take anything from that when you guys look at that film as well?
Obviously, but not a lot. I mean, March, anything can happen, obviously. But, we just try to, take one game at a time and don't look at everyone else. Just look at our scouting report, what the coaches, gather for us, and, take that as is. So, yeah. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
What did you think when you saw the logo pop up on the screen that Kentucky was going to be the matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Kentucky's Kentucky, but, we're Santa Clara also, and like I said, they have the pedigree, but we know who we are also, and that's most important for us.
Has it surprised you how many people are picking this upset, or if it even is viewed as an upset right now?
Yeah, but no. March is anything can happen, obviously, but they know what kind of team we are, and we know ourselves, and, we're just prepared, so, yeah.
What is a key to a victory for you? If you say, we do this right, this is going to lead to a victory?
I would say just our scout report, everything, like, rebound and defense, everything, we just got to lock in on our keys and whatever that is, but, we just got to focus on ourselves.
Thanks, man.
Can we ask you a few questions?
Santa Clara team, you guys have had a very successful campaign, first time in the tournament in 30 years. How did you put yourselves in position to actually get an at-large bid out of the West Coast Conference?
I just feel like we just focused on ourselves most of the season, just worrying about ourselves and taking it one game at a time, one opponent at a time. And I feel like that's why we got here.
What's unique about this team? Some of the things that jump off the page: offensive rebounding, very efficient, shoot the three-point ball well. Is there something that maybe doesn't show up in the stats, though, that's unique?
I just think we play extremely hard. I feel like that's a skill that a lot of teams really don't focus on. I feel like it's something we do very well, just play really hard.
Where does that come from?
From coaching staff to players. It's just, I feel like it's a part of our culture, especially for this team. So I think that plays a big part.
And Coach Sendek, this is now his fourth different team that he's taken to the tournament. I believe he's won 7 tournament games before. What has he told you guys about what today is going to be like tomorrow, just being in the environment and taking on a team like Kentucky?
Yeah, he just has to take it all in. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But, just to be grateful to be here, and then we feel like we belong here and ready to show what we got.
And the team culture, just in talking with some of your teammates, is very strong. How does that get created? Like, how does a team like you guys that play so hard together, how do you develop that?
I mean, it just comes over time. Going back from the summer, just 7 a.m. workouts, running together, hanging out outside of practice, helping each other on the court, off the court. It's just a real brotherhood that we develop over time. It just comes natural. There's nothing forced or anything like that.
Are you excited about the Kentucky matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we're excited to play anybody, but I mean, Kentucky is obviously a really good brand, well known. So yeah, we're excited to just get out there and just show the world what we got. Thank you.
When you saw that logo pop up on Selection Sunday, what was your immediate reaction to it?
Oh man, it's just a blessing to be part of something so like March Madness. You grow up watching it, and then to actually be here and get to experience it with your brothers is just something you'll never forget for your life, for sure.
First time in 30 years that you guys been to the tournament. So what kind of statement do you want to make and say, hey, first time in 30 years, last team, earned a big upset win. What kind of statement can you guys make?
We're just gonna come out here and play like we know how to play, and I feel like that'll be enough to be able to, win a game or two or even more. I feel like we got a really good chance and a really good team.
Has it surprised you seeing how many people have picked this upset specifically?
We don't really care what the outside thinks. Honestly, we just kind of internally about us. But we're a confident bunch. But then again, we know anyone could get beat anytime. So we just take it one game at a time and just approach that. Right now, we're just focused on Kentucky and just not looking ahead, not looking back. So yeah.
When you guys are humming, playing your best basketball, what is the your all's best strength, you think?
Just our togetherness, I feel like you can't really prepare for one guy. Everyone can have a night at one time and just playing hard, just playing together, just having fun out there, honestly.
Awesome, thank you.
Is there any